So one way of defining regulation would be when you are calm, grounded and sufficiently alert to take part in the task that's in front of you. So you're in a sufficiently calm and alert state to be able to participate.
And co-regulation is where the student or client may be seeking and accepting help from others and supporting those that are supporting the client to be able to aid their engagement, calmness, and ability to attend. Self-regulation is what you do as the client or the person to meet your sensory needs or be present and in the moment.
There's a developmental sequence. You start off being co-regulated by others. So typically that would be babies and small children need a caregiver and those around them to step in and do things to help this baby, this small child, help their nervous system to be calm and yet sufficiently alerted to take part. And then typically over time, the child is able to take on that task for themselves. They're able to manage their own levels of alertness, their own levels of calmness to get to that place where they can self-regulate. It's not the case that everybody automatically goes through those developmental stages. And it may be that you have older children, even adults, who still need co-regulation, who still need the support and the input of those around them in order to get to that place where they feel safe enough, secure enough, and present enough to take part and are able to participate.
A message that we used to deliver when doing parent training is that even as an adult, I have co-regulation strategies and self-regulation strategies. I like to talk my problems out, sit and chat, and other people like to go for a run or be on their own. It's not unusual to have both co and self-regulation, and when you're working with a student to identify whether the priority is around self-regulation or whether it's around co-regulation is a nice starting point.
I think it's really important when you're thinking about strategies for schools and strategies for environments where people are looking for what can I do to help. There's a lot of emphasis on supporting and promoting independence. And for somebody to be able to participate independently, they need to be able to self-regulate. There are a lot of commercial programs which are around self-regulation, but if the person's not at that developmental stage, they need support to co-regulate or be co-regulated first. And I think that's one of the things that the ASI training gives you, an understanding of when and how co-regulation needs to be put in and when and how you can build that in to self-regulation.
Yeah, it's your therapeutic use of self, your ability to adjust your tone, your posture, your engagement, and how you blend and develop a relationship with the client that facilitates co-regulation.
Sensory integration is fundamentally a relationship-based intervention. So it relies on it, it grows from the connection between therapist and client. So it isn't something which, if you have no relationship, if you don't know the child or you don't know the client, you could be effective in your sensory work. It requires that you take the time to build a relationship of trust in order to carry it out.
I think that links really nicely to the question that we spoke about earlier, was how can it be applied to people working in different contexts with adults, with those in mental health, the relationship building, the therapeutic use of the co-regulation, self-regulation, that's appropriate across the lifespan.